And I really like this one right here. And you'll notice it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but you'll see in the corner, you see how there's a 3 there? That's telling you that there's actually 3 different slides on here for your Instagram or for putting on Facebook, where you can do multiple pictures in that one post. And so here, if you hold your mouse just over to the right side of the design, you can actually click through and see the different designs in there. And so we're just going to use this just listed design. And so I'll click use to get into the design. And the first thing we need is a listing for this. And this is the hack right here. Is my favorite part of KW Designs is the KWLS, because it's actually connected to the MLS for you to pull in information and photos right from the MLS. So this makes it really simple, especially when the listing might not be yours. And remember, you do need to get permission to be able to post these type of posts that aren't your listings onto social media. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you get it in writing. That is the commission's expectation here in Colorado. Then we're going to look at a listing from one of the agents in the Keller Williams office. Pete Cook gave me permission to utilize this listing for this class. So thank you, Pete. If you see him, tell him big ups. Thank you, sir. And we're just going to type in the MLS number and hit enter. And now we're going to find it. It's this one right down here at the bottom in Inglewood, Colorado. And I'm going to hit select. Which you first see, it has all the photos that I need to be able to adjust this design with my photos. So first thing, I got to adjust this background. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the old background, and then I'm going to change it with this first picture. And you'll notice I have 2 options on the picture. I have the plus sign and I have the grid. The plus sign just adds it to the center of the photo. That's not what I want here. I'm going to delete that. I want to create it as the background, and that's what this grid of squares is saying, just make this picture my background. So we'll click on that, and then boom, we have it moved in right in here. But then I also need to adjust the address. And here's one of my favorite parts. You'll see on the listing, we have photos, but we also have listing details. And so I don't need to jump back between the MLS and this page. I have all the details I need right in here. And same thing like we saw with the pictures, we have a plus sign and we have the 2 arrows in a circle. The plus sign just adds that text to the center of the photo. The 2 arrows in a circle, those actually replace whatever I have selected. So I've selected the address here. And so I'm just going to replace the address with my 1111 East Dartmouth Ave. And I just do that. And it drops in my address for me. Now, this doesn't look as good as it did before. So I'm just going to adjust this so it says, no, I don't want that in there. Then I'm going to abbreviate Avenue like this. And then I might just even make an adjustment to make it all on one line. There we go. And now we have our first page done.